Welcome to Project 2 of our Microsoft Office with ChatGPT and Gemini series. In this project, we will create an academic style research report complete with citations, references, a table of figure, and cross references. We'll also learn how to use Google Gemini to generate a structured research summary and then bring that AI generated content into Microsoft Word to format it professionally for academics use. Okay, so like imagine you have been assigned to write a research report titled, like you can say, the impact of artificial intelligence on educations, and we will start by generating research ideas and also structure content using Gemini, then refine and format it in Word with proper academic tools. By the end of this project, you will have a complete academic styles report ready to submit or publish. Okay, so let's begin with the Gemini and let's open the browsers. So here I have opened the browsers and let's open up the Gemini to work on. Okay, so now that here we have opened up the Gemini, so now let's type a prompt, like let's say if I'm gonna go to and write here, write a structure, or like say the, if I'm gonna go to the structure, something like the this one, a structure academic, and let's correct it, the structure academics research, and research summary. Okay, and on the topic, let's say we're gonna want to use the topic something like this, these ones, the impact of artificials, or like here let's use the impact of, let's say, the artificials. Let's go with over here the artificials intelligence, so like intelligence over here on educations, and let's say the educations over there. Okay, and now we want to include something like the these ones, so we can just say or ask the Gemini include sections, let's say such as abstract, if I'm gonna say the abstract over here, and next one is, let's say, the introductions, and let's say the literature, and let's use the literature review, we can just use like the these ones, and let's say the method, or like the methodology, so let's say the over here methodology, and just say the result, and we can use also the discussions, and let's say the conclusions. Okay, so let's use the conclusions over here, so let's correct it like the intelligence, and that's it over here. Let's use the sections, this is the grammaticals, we can use the sections over here, let's say the sections, and the impact, or we can just say this, so this should be the these ones, and conclusions, let's go with something, let's say the conclusions. Okay, so let's use the capitalized over here. Okay, so now if I press the enter, and Gemini will generate a well organized research structure with relevant points. Okay, so for examples, like here, here's my plan to tackle that topics. So and it gives here the over here, so research website, and here we have the outputs over here. We can easily, or you can try again with the deep research if you want to use the new one. And we have like the now this one, like the abstracts, like intelligence or AI, like is a major technological breakthrough that is significantly reshaping the field of educations. And like this is the abstracts and this is the educations, and the literature review, and we have the methodology, and let's use this the result. And here we have the discussion and also the conclusions. Now copy this structure summary and paste it into new Word document. So let's move into the new documents and paste over there. Okay, so now that here we have like the these ones. Okay, so now we'll format our report in Microsoft Word to follow academics standard, and we can do. So let's start, or if I gonna go to, and this is the heading, so start by select the abstracts, like, and let's make it with the heading 1, or apply the heading 1. And also the introductions, we can use this one also, the heading 1. And for the subheading or sections like AI tools in learning, so you can use the reference 1, or like this is the heading, so let's select it. Or if I gonna go to over here, and let's select all the topics over here as the heading 1. So let's select all of them and let's make it the heading 1. Okay, so and that's it. So now we can make it the subheadings like the methodologies over here, or use the lecture or literature's review over here. You can make it, just select it. Or if I'm gonna make it the key applications, and let's make it the heading 2. Okay, or let's go to the or heading styles 3s over there. Okay, so that's it, and this will help work automatically create a table of contents later on. Okay, so next, adjust the font and spacing. So use the or we can use, so let's select all of them. So let's select from here, or if I gonna go to, let's select all of them. And now we want to make it the size is, let's say, the 12. And now we're gonna want to use the font is Times New Roman. Okay, so and that's it. And also let's use the line spacing, so let's say the 1/15 over there, to standard for most academic papers. So and that's it, we have used in there. Now let's add citations and build a reference list using the word built-in citations manager. So go to the reference tabs and select, or if you're gonna go to the reference text over here and select the add a new source. So or we can do, so let's go to, or if I'm gonna go to the insert citations and add a new source over here. And also, and you can use authors or type of source, so you can use this is or journal or whatever journal articles like this ones. And let's say the or authors, so let's say the Johnsons, something like say the Johnsons, and let's use the mark. And the titles, let's say the AI, and if I'm gonna say the AI and the future of educations, and here, and the journal name, you can use the educational technology review. If I'm gonna say the educationals, or let's say the technology, logy, and let's say the review. Okay, so and that's it. And here let's say we gonna want to use the 2023 like this one, and click on the OK. And what will insert an in or an in text citations, like you can see JSON's 2023. Continue adding all your source as you move through the report. Okay, so you can go ahead over here, and also and the end of your document, click on the, or if I'm gonna make it, you can use this one in the somewhere, or let's go to the bibliography. So click over here and use the references in there, or if I'm gonna go to, let's say, the bibliography and use the references. Okay, so and what will automatically generate your references list in like APA of like MLA format. Okay, so and that's it. Like we have the references over here and here, and also the name, and this is the educational technologies review. Okay, so and if your research includes image charts or graphs, you can create table of figures to keep them organized. First, insert and labels your visuals. So we can do, or if you do have the or something, if I gonna go to and let's say the AI or something, let's use. So go to the insert tabs, let's go to the pictures, use the online pictures, and let's say we're gonna want to use, and let's say if I gonna say the AI or something like the AI tools, something like the these ones, and let's try to find out the AI tools we can work in there. Okay, so let's go to, or if I gonna select the simple like the this one, and now let's insert it. Okay, so now it's downloading for us, and here we want to use the table of figures. Okay, so now it's also take the several times to download it, and that's it. We have just download like the these ones, or let's delete it from use like the over here. So now right click and use the, here you'll find the options to inserts and labels. Okay, or what we can do, so go to, or you can find the inserts of labels in there, or if I'm gonna right click over here, use the or insert captions in there. Okay, so let's click it, and let's say, and you can use like figure, or if I'm gonna say the figure one, and let's say, so this is the AI tools, let's say the in classroom management. Okay, classroom, let's go with the management, and also once all figures are labeled, so or here we have the these ones, and that's it. We have the figures over here, or let's make it the little bit space over here, and right click over here, and let's say the management, and once is all figures are labeled, go to the reference and insert the tables of figures. So click over here, and what will complete all your captions into neatly format tables automatically linked to the is figures. Okay, so if I'm gonna say, let's just hit on the OK, so and that's it over there, or if I'm gonna go to, let's delete it from there, and let's say if I'm gonna go to the inch of the pages of over here, let's go to again the insert table of figures, and now that just hit on the OK, and here, and that's it, we have like over here. So and you can easily use like this way to insert tables of figures. And next, let's add cross references to make your reports interactive and professionals. So if you want to refer to figure or sections elsewhere in the documents, so if I'm gonna go to the positives impact over here and go to the reference, and now click on the cross reference. Okay, so here the you can write AI discuss something like if I gonna use, or you can use something the number of items or whatever you want, or include above, or like you can just say if I gonna go to the number or like something the headings over here, or you can use something like let's say, so this is the references in there. Okay, so or you can just say AI discuss in figure 2 AI improve students engagement, so you can use, or if I gonna go to like the figure, click over here, and figure 1 AI tools in classroom management, and references as the references types, and insert the labels. So here we have like the, or we want to use the or below or above the insert references in here, and what will link it to the automatically. Okay, so if I gonna go to, or let's say if I gonna let's go with the inter captions over here, so and that sits over here, so now and it will be automatically linked over there. Okay, so and that's it, so you can control click and to follow the link. Okay, so that's it. And if you're, or if you later adds or remove figures, these references update automatically when you refresh field. Okay, and now let's finalize the reports and add the title page with your report titles, names, or institutions, and date. And then we can do, so let's go to the insert tabs and click on the cover page, and we can say something like the over here, and let's say, so this is if I gonna go to the cover page something, let's go to with the there's one, and there's is, so let's use the document titles something. You can use the, or if you're gonna go to, you can just simply use the AI, or if I'm gonna say the AI impact of educations, or let's say the impact of educations, something like the these ones, and document subtitles you can add, and also the, or then you can insert the tables of content. So if I gonna go to, and let's use the new pages, and let's go to the insert the table of contents by using the, or we can go to our the references and use the table of contents, and let's say the automatic table 1. Okay, so and finally you, or you have the table of contents over there, and finally, or proofread your work using the word editor tools for grammar and clarity, or you can ask the ChatGPT to rephrase certain paragraphs or enhance transitions for smoother academics icons. Okay, so or if I'm gonna go to the review, use the spellings over here, and that's it. We can just use the ignore something like that these ones, or if I'm gonna go to over here, and let's say we can delete it from there. Okay, so and that's it. And once or you have or satisfies or everything looks perfect, give your documents or save your documents as a PDF for the submissions by going to the file types top left corner and use the export. Like if I'm gonna go to the export and create PDF or XPS documents over here, and that's it. And also you can see, or you can go to the file tabs and use the save as, and use the, or select the destination. So where do you want to use it? So let's say we want to use the documents over here, and let's say if we're gonna go to the AI, or like here the impact of AI education, so something like if I gonna say the AI impact or impact of AI, so like the these ones. Okay, so and now let's use or make it the PDF and then just save it. Okay, so and now it's saved with over here, and structure with AI generated contents formatted in Word and complete with references, figure and cross references. Okay, so you can easily click over here and it can be moved with your like, or if I do have something, or let's say, or you can just click over and it can be moved into the your tables of figures. Okay, and congratulations, you have completed project 2 academics research report using ChatGPT, Gemini, and Microsoft Word. And you have learned how to generate structured research with Gemini, and also like format academics content professionally in charts like citations, and also references, and figure use cross references for clarity and navigations. In the next project, we'll also move on to the creating a business proposals documents where you will combine designs and data in impress clients and stakeholders. Okay, so thanks for watching and see you in the next one.